Rich people are selfish and greedy. Welcome to day 7 in our 30-day Unlock Money Magic adventure for women. So, yesterday we looked at jealousy. Today we're going to look at our money shadow. Our money shadow is what we believe about rich people that is not serving us. When you think about rich people, you can probably think right off the bat somebody or a bunch of people that you're judging because they're really rich and you totally disagree with what they're doing with their money and you very much disagree with how they are treating people. And in a moment, I'm going to get you the opportunity to feel into that. But before we do that, what's really important is how does this hold us back from our money flow? If there's a part of you who's judging how rich people are, and you are unconsciously afraid that you'll become that when you get rich, it's like money changes people, then you're going to sabotage yourself and make sure you stay mediocre in your income or maybe even poor, because that way you can avoid becoming selfish and greedy. So it's actually a protection mechanism because in our mind we have just tangled up the whole rich is selfish and greedy thing. Now we're going to tap very differently today. And I lovingly call it bitch and tap. It's also known as rant and tap. So if you're not used to tapping or this kind of tapping, let me give you a quick warning. We're going to really rant the first part of it, and we're going to let everything out that's underneath, like everything that's inside of us that we're judging. Now, don't worry, you're not introducing new beliefs into your system. We want to pick out the stuff that's underneath all of it so we can speak it out, and as we tap it, we let it go. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this. I ask you to just be open if you're not familiar with this. It is very freeing. It's a lot of fun. And I have done this for years with my clients. I've actually learned it from Margaret Lynch. It's very effective. All right, so let's start out like we always do. We feel into the feeling and then we start tapping. So close your eyes if it's comfortable to do so. Take a deep breath in and out. And imagine a rich person yet that you really judge. Somebody who's just horrible with what they're doing, the way they're treating people or the way they treat the environment, whatever it is. Just pick a person, and I'm sure it's easy for you to find somebody, and really allow yourself to feel that judgment. And it's okay to feel that judgment. Allow it to bubble up. That's the shadow, and we want to give that shadow a voice. There's so much power in our shadow. And as always, if you feel comfortable, put your hands on where you feel it. Really name what that feels like in your body and where it is. And rate on a scale from 0 to 10. 0, that's not true at all. A 10, I totally feel this way. Just rate where you're at with that. Rich people are selfish and greedy. All right. So let's have some fun. Tap on the side of the hand. Even though I know for a fact that rich people are selfish and greedy, and I will never, ever be like them. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though a part of me believes that I'm going to become selfish and greedy if I become rich, I accept that that's what I believe. Even though I am totally judging rich people, they are so corrupt. And I'm right about this. I accept that I judge everybody the same way. And I actually don't really want to let this go. Okay, take a deep breath in and out. Stop tapping on the side of the hand. Really feel into where you feel that conviction. Rich people are selfish and greedy. and tap through the points. Now really focus on that person that you're judging. Forget about all the people that do good with their money. Focus on the one you're judging. There they are. Rich, selfish, and greedy. I hate their guts. Under your eye. I judge them. Under your nose. And I'm right about this. Chin crease. Look at what they're doing. Collarbone. They are so selfish. They're hurting people. They're hurting the environment. Under your arm. They're only out for their own profits. They're cheaters and liars. They're corrupt. Top of the head. And I absolutely don't ever want to be like them. Now tap through the points at your own pace. I totally judge these rich people. And I'm right about this. And my friends would agree with me. And my family would agree with me. These rich people are just so selfish and greedy. They just want more and more and more. And it's like it's never enough. And they cheat on their taxes. They probably even don't pay any taxes. And the little guy like me has to suffer. I really judge rich people. They are obscenely rich and wealthy. And I don't ever want to be like them. And because the part of me believes that my character will change when I become rich, I protect myself by staying poor. Or at least middle class. There's no way I want to be rich like them. Because the part of me really is so convinced that I'm going to become selfish and greedy like them. And as I'm looking at this, I can see that there's a real conflict. I do want more money, but I don't want to be like them. And somehow in my brain and nervous system, I got those things tangled up that rich people are selfish and greedy, and that I would become like them if I become rich. And right now I choose to distangle that. What if that's actually not true? What if money doesn't shape character? It amplifies character. What if money makes me be more of who I am right now? And if I'm loving and caring and generous now, I could be even more loving, caring, and generous if I had a lot of money. The truth is, there are so many rich people who do so much good. and not for the tax benefits either. I do yearn to contribute more. I wish I could give more money to the causes that are important to me. I wish I had more money for myself and my family. What if I could feel safe having more money? Knowing that I like myself now and trusting that I become even more of who I am already as I have more money. The world needs so many more conscious, caring, rich women. Because women are nurturers. And the more we have, the more we share. And I actually do know that that is true. And I like to believe that that would be me too. The more I have, the more I'll share. And I will include myself in this circle as well. What if I could have more for myself and for my family and for my community and for all the causes that are important to me? The world really needs more people like me with a lot more money. And the world really needs more examples of conscious, caring, rich, generous women. And what if I could become one of those examples? I think that might be something I would love to do. Actually, I know I would love to give more. And what if it's really true that more money just amplifies character? I like what that feels like. And actually, I can also learn from these rich, greedy people. They may be very selfish, but if I dial that way down, it could mean for me that I include myself in my circle of care. That's not selfish, that's wise. Maybe we can learn from these rich, greedy people. Not doing it their way, but finding something I can do differently in my own way. Putting myself first. That's not selfish. It means I include myself in my circle of care. And how about being greedy? I certainly don't ever want to be greedy, but if I could feel the the draw of having more money so I could give more and do more good, then maybe that would not be so bad. I don't have to become greedy, but focusing on how I can increase my income might actually be really wise. More income equals more ability to be generous. And boy, do we need more generous women in this world. I am making a decision right now. I'm deciding to trust that I like who I am right now. And I trust that I like who I am becoming. And I'm surrounding myself with examples of women who are conscious and caring and discerning and generous, so that I can emulate them and also become that myself. Okay, stop tapping, take a deep breath in and out. Feel into your body, feel what that feels like. Originally, it was the feeling of rich people are selfish and greedy, and I judge them. And now feel how you can turn that around for yourself, and how you can be rich without being selfish and greedy. And you're ready, you can open your eyes and feel what that feels like. How does it feel now that this has opened up for you? That you can actually use some of their behavior, tune it way down, and use it to your advantage, so that you can be somebody really generous in this world. Get out your tracker, mark down how you're feeling, check that you tapped, write down your unexpected income and blessings. And if you haven't downloaded the tracker yet, go to the description box. It's in the description box, the links there. It's totally free, and it's a really important part of this challenge. Invite a friend to come along. Make sure you're subscribed and your notifications are turned on. And with that, I wish you a fabulous day, and I see you tomorrow.